Picture this. Two Canadians retire on the exact same day. Sandra has an $80,000 a year pension, guaranteed for life. Mark has $1 million in savings and no pension at all. Most people hear those two numbers and assume Sandra is the clear winner. But you might be surprised. The real numbers tell a completely different story, and today I'm going to show you exactly why. I'm Carlo Cansino, Senior Financial Advisor with the McClellan Financial Group. We help Canadians transition from their working years into retirement. Let's get into it. Okay, let's look at our retirees. Sandra is 65, retired from the public sector with an inflation-indexed $80,000 a year pension, plus maximum CPP and old age security. Then we have Mark, who is also 65. He's a retired business owner with no pension, but he has $1 million split across an RRSP, a TFSA, and a non-registered investment account. On paper, they are starting from a similar baseline, but underneath the surface, their financial realities are completely different. Let's start with the surface numbers. First, look at Sandra. Her $80,000 a year pension plus maximum CPP at roughly $18,000 a year, plus maximum old age security at about $9,000, brings her to a total of approximately $107,000 a year. Guaranteed. There's zero market risk and no tough investment decisions are required. On the other side, Mark doesn't have a corporate safety net. If he draws from his $1 million using a standard 4% withdrawal guideline, that gives him $40,000 a year. Add his maximum CPP and old age security, and Mark is sitting at about $67,000. If we stopped right here, it looks like a landslide victory. Sandra is making $40,000 more every year. But this is exactly where the math flips. Every single dollar of Sandra's $107,000 of income is fully taxable. The pension, the CPP, the old age security. The government touches all of it, leaving her with no tax-free wiggle room. And here's the number that actually hurts. The old age security clawback threshold for 2026 is $95,323. Because Sandra's guaranteed income pushes her income above that by $11,677, she triggers the clawback tax. The CRA takes back 15 cents of her OAS for every dollar she is over the limit. That is roughly $1,752 gone every single year for the rest of her life, and there is absolutely nothing she can do about it. That income hits her account whether she needs it or not. There is no off switch. Now, look at Mark. His $1 million isn't sitting in one giant basket. He has $700,000 in an RRSP, $200,000 in a TFSA, and $100,000 in a non-registered investment account. That split gives him strategic options Sandra just doesn't have. Let's say Mark draws $25,000 from his RRSP and $15,000 tax-free from his TFSA. His total taxable income is only $25,000, plus his CPP and OAS, roughly $52,000. He is nowhere near the clawback threshold. His full OAS is completely protected, and once you account for that tax-free TFSA money, his actual spendable after-tax income can easily match or even beat Sandra's. However, Mark's advantage isn't automatic. There is a catch. At age 71, his RRSP legally must convert to a RIF, and mandatory minimum withdrawals kick in whether he wants the money or not. If Mark spends his 60s leaving that RRSP untouched, it's going to keep growing, and those mandatory withdrawals at 71 will stack heavily on top of his CPP and OAS. Suddenly he walks right into Sandra's exact position, flying over the clawback line and losing government benefits because of an income spike he can no longer control. To fix this, Mark has to use the golden window between ages 65 and 71 to draw down his RRSP deliberately, melting that account down before the CRA forces the pace. If he executes that strategy, he keeps his edge. If he skips it, he loses it. Sandra never gets that choice. What she has at 65 is what she has at 85. She can't accelerate her income in a low tax year. She has less flexibility for structural income splitting, and she can't adjust her strategy. That is the hidden cost of a guaranteed pension. It's not the amount of income, it's the absolute lack of flexibility. Flexibility while you're alive is one thing, but what happens to that money when you're gone? Sandra's pension is a phenomenal tool while she is alive. But when she and her spouse both pass, that income stream vanishes. Nothing gets passed down, and there is no residual asset left behind. Meanwhile, even after 20 years of careful withdrawals, Mark's $1 million portfolio will likely still hold a meaningful six-figure balance. If he passes away, that asset rolls over to his spouse completely tax-free and eventually goes to his kids. It's a legacy that outlives him, and a pension simply can't do it. So, based on all of this, who actually wins? The honest answer is that it was never truly a battle of pension versus savings. The real battle is between a planned retirement and an unplanned retirement. If you have no plan at all, Sandra wins every time. Guaranteed income, zero decisions, no market risk. But with a highly coordinated withdrawal strategy, Mark can for sure match her spendable cash, fully insulate his OAS, and build a lasting legacy. Sandra's locked in. We see this constantly with clients. Pension holders who ignore the tax side leave thousands on the table every year, while savings-focused retirees with the right drawdown plan, they regularly come out ahead of people who look much richer on paper. So, there are three main things to take from this comparison. Number one, focus on total taxable income, not the headline number, because a bigger number on paper doesn't automatically mean more money in your pocket. Number two, know your old age security clawback exposure. Make sure you understand whether your different accounts give you the flexibility to plan around them. And number three, if you are relying entirely on savings, don't skip the pre-71 drawdown window, because that window is where you either win or lose your entire tax advantage. If you have a pension and want to make sure your tax strategy is fully optimized, or if you're sitting on a nest egg with no pension and want to ensure your withdrawal plan is completely airtight, that's exactly what we handle every day with our proven process. I suggest scheduling a complimentary portfolio analysis with our team using real numbers. You can find the secure link right in the description below to get started. As always, thanks for watching. We appreciate the support, and I'll see you in the next Ask TMFG episode.